Hey, hello, and welcome to Derek Writes Plays, the channel for theater kids of all ages and the people who tolerate them. I am the titular Derek, coming to you live to demonstrate a piece of software. Why live? So you can see how easy it truly is. No edits involved. I'm going to get right in there and show you how to modify it to be the best piece of playwriting software possibly available to you. Why do we need to use playwriting software, you may ask? Because when you get an idea for a play, you open up a blank Word document, it can seem very daunting to think of how am I going to edit this? How am I going to write this? How am I going to format this? Do I have to go line by line and tab things? Do I have to set up macros and margins, or do I just write it beginning to end and then have to go back through and go line by line and fix it all? How do I make it so that it's able to be submitted either to a festival or a publisher, and make sure it's in the industry standard format? All of that can be very, very daunting, and so a piece of software that already does that for you is an immense weight off your shoulders, as it were. So we're going to look at one of those today. There's so many different programs. There's probably the one of the most popular ones is called Celtics, and Celtics is a great program. You can even download a module that already has some playwriting margins involved with it. Those are available, but we're going to look at one today called Trelby. And if you find this useful, then remember to like, subscribe, and share with the writers in your life, because we will be doing more live streams on this channel in the very near future. But for right now, again, I just want to show you how easy this program is to get set up and to make into another wonderful stage play writing tool. So you can see here, this is the Trelby program. And Trelby, why I like it is that, number one, it's so very clean. You can see here's no clutter. You can just get a nice blank page and just start writing. Open source and multi-platform. And so you can, if you are for some reason writing on multiple machines, if you're moving from a PC to a Mac to a Linux machine, this is available to work on all three, and you can easily custom aspect here. You have your exterior shots, fade-ins, your interior shots, all that sort of thing, and these margins are in that format. But when you load up this or any screenwriting, playwriting program, what I like about it is that you can get right to work. It's very intuitive. So I just start writing, scene heading. I have my action and descriptions, my stage directions could go right there. A quick just hit the tab key, and I can start writing my characters, dialogue. Enter down, get another character. I can put in parentheses, and I can see all my characters there. I can sort through. Everything loads in very quickly and, again, intuitively. So that is why these programs are especially good for playwrights. You can just get in there, especially doing dialogue. You can go back and forth, bring the characters up really easily. Just tab out and put in some more stage direction. A great typer. So there again, it's super easy, but you can see here, this is a snippet from my script for a play called Bed Hopping. This is something that will be available if you want to follow me on Patreon. I will have 12 different plays that I write this year. Will all go, their first draft will be put on my Patreon page, so you can be able to read this in perusal form. But here is just the beginning of it. And I'm going to show you how to quickly get this from a stage play format to an industry standard submittable stage play format. All you need to do is open to Script, Settings, Change. Okay, and click on Elements, and here you will have all of the different things available to you. You can see that we have act breaks, we have transitions, shots. So things like shot and transition that you wouldn't normally use in a stage play, you can actually create, use them for a different function, or wanting to write in the format has setting put into a column on the right of the page. That is one particular way of formatting. You can put those as a separate element and have that work to your advantage. But we're just going to deal with the kind of the biggies here. We have our act break. You can see is at 25 and 10. We're going to go to our scene listings. Scene should be right underneath the acts, right centered. So we're going to give that a 24 instead of 25, so that it's a little bit off from where the act break is, and we'll look centered along with it. Then we're going to leave character as is. Our stage directions. Stage directions we are going to put at 10 and 50. But 50 because if we went over that, it would spill off the page. We're going to hit italic. And we're going to do the same thing for parentheses. We want those to be lined up with the stage directions. We're going to increase the width a little bit. So in this program, indent is the amount of space that the element is from the left margin, and width is where it goes to the next line. So if you have a width of 20, you can see here the dialogue has, these little boxes. So it gets to line down. So we want to kind of lengthen up the width a little bit to avoid that. And then here is the big one, dialogue. We want to go indent 0. So we'll start all the way on the edge of the page. And we're going to go width 60. So it'll go all the way to the other edge of the page. E is kind of your max width that you want to work with. That's going to be your dialogue. And so just those 5 elements I have updated. And I'm going to hit apply, and you will now see the page is going to switch from being a screenplay to a stage play. That's all there is. Then if you want to make things even easier on yourself, you can clear off this. Just do it's brand new empty page and do that same thing. I'm going to go into the elements, the change. I'm going to put our, again, scene at 24, act at 25, characters leave the same, dialogue 0 and 60, parentheticals 10 and 30, italic, action 10 and 50, italic, apply all that, and we go save as a blank stage play. Now you have already a blank form ready for you to load up whenever you have a new play idea. You can just load that up, start writing. Right here, I'm going to say Act 1. I'm going to say Scene 1. And then I'm just going to go over here, save as my new awesome play idea. And I have a new file to start working from. Right. So that is going to save you, again, some time, some hassle. Have that kind of macro already set up. Have that ready to go. Right. And so that's all there is to it. That's all you have to do to get a to get a screenplay already formatted, ready to roll. Here again are those margins. Leave those up for a second there, so you can kind of see them, get them in your brain. Right. And so again, this is the Trelby program, free to download from trelby.org. Not a sponsor, but they could be. Slide into my DMs if you are a script software maker. Hopefully that's going to help you out. Again, this has been Derek Writes Plays on a very rare, very messy live stream. I just wanted to show you how easy this was. Again, no edits. I just did that straight through. Hopefully it was something interesting and useful. Again, like and subscribe for more writing tips and for more theater content. And until next time, peace and all good.